How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are all having a great day today. And before we get into today's video, definitely be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and also comment down below. Also, if you are subscribed, definitely be sure to turn on post notifications. As a smaller YouTuber, my channel doesn't really get as pushed as much as some of the bigger channels. So when you turn on post notifications and get notified for every single time I post, it really does help you guys out to actually see my content. But anyways, now hopping right into today's video, we're going to be talking about the SSC Tuatara, which most of you may know already. It's pretty much like the most popular, I think, American-made hypercar right now. It's been getting a lot of headlines and attention recently, both positive and negative. Now, some of you actually may know, some of you who've been subscribed to my channel for a long time now may know that back in, I think, October of 2020, I did do a video reacting to the SSC Tuatara's 331 mile per hour top speed run that it actually apparently did in Nevada. Now, this is old news, but I'm just going to kind of highlight this highlight this article first. So looking at this article from Car and Driver, yeah, that 331 mile per hour top speed one was fake. It still makes a lot of power. It still makes over 1700 horsepower, but unfortunately the Tuatara never broke the 300 mile per hour kind of mark, let alone 331 miles per hour. So they got a lot of bad press for that. Now, I know this doesn't happen a lot. Well, it does happen a decent amount where, certain manufacturers may claim that their car actually goes X and it doesn't even go up to there. But as a newer kind of company, or not really a newer company because they've been around for a while, but for a company truly trying to make their mark on the hypercar market with this new Tuatara, it definitely gave them a lot of bad press. Now, that being said, more recently, as just 4 days ago now, the Tuatara actually did confirm by an outside source hit 295 mile per hour on a airport, I think, in Florida. So it did fail to reach the 300 mile per hour mark, but at the end of the day, this is at least a confirmed from an outside, like a third party, that this thing does go pretty damn fast. Now, in other news, the Tuatara will actually be electrified as well. So this Tuatara will be a hybrid hypercar. Initially, I thought it was just going to be the twin turbo large displacement V8, and I'm pretty sure also the Stradman did a video with it, and he raced his Bugatti against it, and I'm pretty sure in that video that model, or that prototype model, was just a twin turbo big displacement Ford V8 that was mounted in the back of the car. Well, actually technically a mid-engine mount in front of the rear axle, but still, you get my point. It didn't have any hybrid technology in it at that time. There was no electric motor. So now, when they actually do hit the production phase, it will be all-wheel drive, and the front wheels will be getting their power from, I think, actually 2 electric front motors. Now, in this article, it does claim for some reason that the SSC Tuatara is officially recognized as the fastest production car in the world at 282.9 miles per hour, but I know for a fact that that's not really correct, because if you look at the Bugatti Chiron, I think Super Sport or something, I'll edit in the name because I know that it's not the Super Sport. I'm thinking about the Veyron, but the new Chiron, I know it actually broke the 300 mile per hour mark, and that is confirmed. That was not fake. And as far as production cars may be titled or maybe kind of defined, I'm almost positive that that new Chiron is a production car. So I really doubt that this Tuatara is the fastest production car in the world. And actually, to correct myself before too, the Florida run just a few days ago was not at an airport. It was at the Johnny Bomber Proving Grounds. I apologize for that, but here is actually a few, I guess, concept pictures of the SSC Tuatara Striker, which I guess is going to be a new trim for this new Tuatara. Looks incredibly futuristic. I mean, the car itself looks wild, but the Striker kind of edition, or Striker trim, whatever it's going to be, looks really crazy. The blue is very reminiscent of a Bugatti Chiron, and I'm not entirely sure of that factory Bugatti Chiron, what that factory Bugatti Chiron color is titled, but I do know that that baby blue, kind of sky blue Bugatti Chiron is very, very similar in color. My personal favorite is this red color. I know that in the video, again, almost 2 years ago now, that I reacted to, the one that was proven inaccurate in Nevada, the Tuatara was black, and I really like it in that color as well. But this is just pretty much concept images for now, but this thing does look like an absolute spaceship. Now, going back to this picture, if you look in the back here, this is the rather large displacement of Ford. Actually, it is a Ford engine, and it is actually a twin turbocharged flat plane crank V8. And I don't think that this Ford engine, or I don't know what other vehicles that this Ford engine is used in, but I believe it's around 5.8 liters of displacement. If I am wrong, I will edit that in on the video right now as well. But that is pretty much it. I do think that, you know, this Tuatara is going to be legit. Again, maybe I'm gonna get some heat in the comments for kind of backing it up or kind of taking its side, but at the end of the day, the original Nevada run back in the fall of 2020 was inaccurate. Who knows if the company actually faked it or not? Who knows if they kind of put it out there as soon as they did it, didn't realize, kind of had to pedal back and correct themselves and at least gain some somewhat dignity back or whatever. But or who knows if they just downright just faked it just for the publicity. But either way, we're talking about it. I'm making a video about it, and I do think that this Tuatara is going to be a success eventually when it does reach its full production form, because back and forth, like, technically it is like some people are saying it's a 2020 SSC Tuatara, some people are saying 2022. For some reason people are skipping over 2021, but no one, like, it's just a very like low amount of units that have been produced of the SSC Tuatara, and they are trying to, you know, actually officially make it a production vehicle. So I do think that when it comes out, there's going to be really rich people that just want it just to have it. And for that reason alone, I think it's at least going to be somewhat successful. But at the end of the day, I do think for sure that eventually this Tuatara will break the 300 mile per hour record. You could quote me on that. Maybe it's not going to be next month. Maybe it's not going to be next year. I do think without a doubt that this American-made hypercar, whether it's in the new Striker trim that's kind of like was in those concepts that I showed you, those concept images that I showed you guys, or a different trim in the future, I do think that this SSC Tuatara will hopefully break that mark. But anyways, that's pretty much just going to be it for today's video. I know it's a short video, not that much information, but unfortunately there's not a lot of information out there. This car has been very mysterious in the last couple of years, and I personally have never seen it at a supercar or hypercar event because it's extremely exclusive. And again, there's a very, very small amount of units that have been produced of this SSC Tuatara. But like always, thank you guys so much for the support. Again, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe down below. It helps me out a lot, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.